Hey guys, I'm back. Hello, my fellow fandom friends. It's Bria here. Welcome back to my channel where we discuss all things pop culture and fandom related topics. This video should have been uploaded like a month ago when everyone was talking about this show, but yeah, that's pretty on brand for me actually. We are gonna be talking about Inside USA. So this was a show that I saw on Netflix. I saw Valkyrie on the cover and I was like, what is this about? And I was sold. Let me give you guys a quick rundown of the show if you haven't seen it yet. Inside USA is a reality competition show where 12 contestants, usually like content creators and celebrities, compete to win a prize pot of $1 million. They live together in this like room for about a week with nothing but the bare essentials provided to them. Literally food, water, and a bed. The catch is that throughout the week, they're allowed to spend money from the prize pot in order to purchase more luxury things, you know, stuff outside of what's provided for them. They can spend, you know, money on meal upgrades, tequila shots, but again, it comes at a very inflated price and it's gonna take money away from the prize pot at the end. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a reality competition, you know, it's more so they're promoting it as like a game. Like there's a prize at the end and they have to compete in challenges. I was expecting it to be sort of on par with shows like The Mole and Devil's Plan. But instead we got like stupid challenges that didn't really have set rules. It was just kind of awkward sometimes. Like some of the challenges, like there was one in particular that just seemed so freaking chaotic and like not managed properly. It was like the slip and slide challenge. They were divided up into 2 teams. Each team had to carry like a tray of shots. So each person would like go pick up the tray and have to bring it back to the next person. But all the while they're like walking on a slip and slide. So it's very slippery, right? One of the contestants actually just started like straight up sabotaging mid-game, pushing his opponents away and making them fall, and then that's what the game became. It just became a bunch of like sabotage and like pushing each other, and it was very chaotic and messy. The camera like even zooms in to like the 2 hosts, and they were just kind of like looking at each other and looking around, like probably to the producers, like what is going on? Like, is this legal? Like, are they allowed to do this? And it wasn't like ever specifically stated that they couldn't, so that's what the game ended up being. And like honestly, kudos to the contestant. His name was Max. He was very smart to come up with that loophole. I'm just not a fan of when shows, like game shows in particular, have the contestants vote each other off instead of it being like a different way of getting voted off. The show The Mole, you know, every contestant has an equal chance to you know, stay there and stay within the game and not get voted out. You know, it's not necessarily about building alliances, right? You know, they all just have to take a quiz at the end of the day, and if they fail the quiz, that's when they go home. They're voting each other out. It just becomes about forming petty alliances, like how can we get this person out? If I get this many votes, this person goes home. And it's usually just completely undeserved. Of course, because this show is literally about influencers, it really just becomes about sides, like who's on which side. Fucking high school cliques, like that's what it reminded me of. And it was kind of embarrassing to watch because like these people are like grown-ass adults and they're acting this way, and it's, yeah, some of it was a hard watch, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna now go more in depth about each contestant and like if I like them or not, if I vibed with them in the show. Spoilers up ahead now. So if you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead, watch the show, come back and watch the rest of this video. I was excited to see her on the show when I found out that she was gonna be a part of it. I know she is kind of controversial, like she's gotten into some drama before, and she's kind of polarizing. Like some people like her and some people don't. She was just really getting on my nerves throughout the whole damn show. Get her off my screen! Get her off my screen! She was just like really hypocritical. She would be, you know, saying, I have such a big personality, you know, I'm just really funny and charismatic and outgoing, and why should that be used against me in this show? You know, people are just threatened by me. Everyone loves to have a good laugh when they're around me, but then they turn around and they try to, you know, vote me out. You just think that you're Keke Palmer. You're really just giving off a lot of aggressive, negative energy. You put people in a corner, you bully them, you try to turn like everybody else against this like one person. You know, claim to be a girl's girl. If you were really a girl's girl, you would be a girl's girl for everybody. No, so why were you casting some of the girls out actually when they weren't completely always hanging out with you? She's like, I'm gonna support all of them, we're gonna get all the guys out. And then she gets all upset when some of the girls just like talk to the guys or even just look their way, and she just starts talking mad shit about those girls and trying to get them out one by one. Her backstory was that she came from nothing. Like, she was like dirt poor, and so this money would like mean a lot to her. So why was she spending all of that money in the store then? You spent a shit ton of money to come back as well. You spent 50K, wasn't it, to come back to the show, and then on top of that, you're spending money left and right in the store. I thought that money was so important to you. So why are you spending all that money? No. And then getting upset too when Max was over here calling you out, rightfully so. She got so mad at him. She was so mean to him. Oh my God, poor guy. Fucking sue her ass for emotional damages. That's what I would do. She literally, I think when Max got out, her and someone else, I forgot who it was, started like outright laughing at him as he was like packing his stuff up to go home. Like, she was laughing at him because she got him out. Oh my God. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It's not funny. I mean, like, it was a bitch move on her end. All on top of this, I don't know who her PR manager is, but fire them. Fanita, fire them, because this would have been the golden opportunity for her to like reclaim her reputation, because going into the show, a lot of people didn't like her. A lot of people thought she was aggressive and like mean and like a bully to people online. Her coming onto the show, she could have completely turned everybody's expectations. She could have actually pulled a Zach basically, because I think that's what Zach did, low-key. Oh, but we'll talk about that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think Brie was just Fanita's like right-hand woman. She was like the Gretchen Wieners to like Regina George. Like, that was Brie. She was Gretchen Wieners and Fanita was Regina George. Brie was just following Fanita blindly. Like, they were like this, you guys, throughout the whole show. Like, you could not escape them and their wrath. If anybody side-eyed them in that house, boy, you were out of there. And that's exactly what happened to Max, by the way. Everyone else was like, we gotta get one of them out. As soon as Fanita left, Brie had no power anymore. You guys, I'm getting heated talking about this. Oh my God, I love spilling tea, it's the best. You know Alyssa Violet from the 2016 diss track era. I mean, she was chill. Like, she was chill, and I was just like, whatevers about her. She got really offended when she got voted out. And the reason she was offended was because it was like a secret elimination. So the person who voted her out, Ekin-Su, she didn't come out and say that she voted for Alyssa. So no one knew who voted for Alyssa. And so when Alyssa was packing her stuff, she was actually asking them, who voted for me? Who voted for me? Did you vote for me? And Ekin-Su never actually came out and said, I was the one who voted for you. Alyssa still had no idea. It wasn't until, of course, the show aired and then they did the reunion episode when Alyssa confronted Ekin-Su and told her this. I don't understand like why you just didn't tell me. Like, I was already gone. Like, I was already leaving. Like, why didn't you just tell me? What she told Alyssa was the show ended for her, Alyssa. Like, it ended for you, but it wasn't ending yet. Prize pot was still up for grabs. Like, the show wasn't completely over. And Alyssa was trying to say, well, I think that makes you a bad person. When I was leaving, you should have told me. And Ekin-Su was like, I'm sorry if you think like that makes me a bad person, but honestly, you know, I was just playing the game. Like, I didn't have to tell you anything. And I agree with Ekin-Su. I do. I'm like, it's a game at the end of the day. Like, it's not done yet. Like, if I tell you now that I voted for you, like, that's, my cards are like out on the open for everyone to know now. I get both sides, but I think Ekin-Su's is stronger and I'm more inclined to agree with her. I also just don't like when people go on these shows and then they get all emotional and they're like, oh, I just can't lie, I just can't manipulate, it's so hard. Bitch, why are you on the show then? I will gladly take that spot. I will manipulate and sabotage if I have to. If $1 million are on the line. Now if like I ever actually audition for a show, everyone's gonna know now, it's on camera. If you're abiding by the rules of the game, you're playing it sneakily, and I don't think people should be judged for that. But if you're like that in real life, then that is an issue. I am not like that in real life. I'm a good person, I promise you guys, that's all I gotta say. But if I was in a game show and $1 million are on the line, you bet your ass I'm gonna do whatever I can to get that $1 million. I think that makes you even more of a snake. You crying and you being like, oh, it's just so hard. And then you fucking turn around and you end up manipulating people anyway. That's just my personal issue with people on game shows.
Just wanted to clarify, since I know this seems hypocritical considering I just roasted Fanita and Brie for being snakes. But there's a difference between playing the game smart and sneaky versus being a bully and outright cruel to people. Like, I think doing that even on a game show, like treating people in that way, does say something about how you walk through life as a person outside of the game. But I don't think there's like anything wrong with keeping your cards close to your chest in order to hold power in game shows like this. Again, as long as you are not doing that in real life as well. I think there's a very important distinction there.
I mean, I'm sure they're playing it up because the producers are telling them to like cry on camera, but like it irks me. I think he was like the first person to get out in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Sketch were so fucking funny. Like, they had some really funny moments. They were just like buying shit from the store left and right, and Jacinko was like tempted that one time as well with the challenge. He did it. Nobody was surprised that he did that, and it was hilarious. But yeah, he had to go. The guys were all super chill, and the girls were making them out to be like villains and monsters, and they were just straight up chilling like the entire time. Sketch, again, super funny. That Pringles moment, I think everyone was dying.
If I get a red cannon, I'm not buying anything from the shop again. Sorry, that was a bit too much.
Very likable on the show. I mean, he was spending, again, a shit ton of money and like not telling anybody, but oh well, I think a lot of people were doing that at times. They were like creep into the store to like buy shit. I just kind of felt bad for him because yeah, he voted Fanita out. If anybody else was put in that position, they would have to vote somebody out too. Fanita took it way out of proportion when she came back and like made Sketch's life a living hell at the house. Like, she was literally so mean to him after that. Like, she held a big ass grudge. She was telling him straight up, I'm coming for you, Sketch. He was getting desperate. He knew it was like a matter of time because Fanita was just gaining more and more power in the house. He was trying to make alliances because Fanita, I think, had a strong alliance, so he was trying to do things, but it just got too messy. And yeah, I'm sorry, he was another one. He had to go. And then they had Dwight Howard, basketball player. That's crazy. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I thought it was literally just gonna be filled with influencers. And I can tell like he was not here for like to win the money. Like, he was probably here for publicity's sake, to be honest.
Also, shout out to his Hall of Fame win. I think that was probably the most emotional moment throughout the show.
Next, we have Zach. He didn't spend a cent in the store, I think. Like, he was the one person that didn't spend anything in the store. He was eating rice and beans every day. He was taking cold showers. For a week, it doesn't sound that bad. I don't know why they were spending so much in the store like everyone else. And last but not least, we have Max. I think he was like my favorite. He was just like calling everybody out on their bullshit. They were buying ridiculous things. Like, I think they were like overspending, and Max wanted to win the money. My favorite moment was when the girls were suspecting that the guys were also strategizing and being manipulative towards them, just like how they were doing it. Yeah, they're probably talking shit about us just like we're talking shit about them. And then the camera just cuts to Zach and Max like talking about what type of dog each person would be in the house. They were just naming off like different dog breeds and who they thought fit each breed, and it was just, I don't know, the most wholesome thing ever. There should be a lot of reflection on the girls' side. I'm a girl and I'm usually all about supporting women here. So if you got me agreeing with the guys and wanting to be with the guys and thinking the guys are better than the girls, like, what does that say about you guys? What does that say about you girls? You guys are gonna think I like don't have a heart. I promise you, I have a heart. My hot take is that I don't think that Mark and Zach should have just handed Aisha the win.
You've got your family, you've got people to worry about.
Zach,
I'm serious.
I'm gonna push the black.
Push.
I think they should have actually duked it out. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna get in so much shit for this. Because I know everyone was like praising Zach because he was so humble and down to earth and he gave the win away to Aisha and all of this. Like, I've seen the TikTok comments. But it definitely also was a very smart PR strategy. The opposite of what Fanita did, that's what Zach did. Maybe that is truly who he is, and I applaud him for that. But there is a possibility that he faked it and that he just did that. So when the show's over, everyone's gonna think he's super like amazing and like this golden boy. It was a heartfelt finale. It's not my style. I prefer when game shows are like actual game shows. People are actually using strategy and tactics, not just handing out wins. Unless there's a really good reason for it. If it just comes out of left field for no reason, yeah, there's no actual payoff to that. Both Mark and Zach gave the win to Aisha. I don't think Aisha would have made it to the finale if it wasn't for Mark. At the finale, Zach just like threw the towel. Oh, there's a lot to say about the reunion episode. Ekin-Su, I think, handled it so gracefully when Fanita and Brie were both coming for her.
And I'm tired of this trope. I'm tired of the big personality equals big target. Like, I'm sorry y'all laugh at my jokes. I'm sorry I bring good energy. You know what I'm saying? So like, I knew that coming into the house, I'd automatically be a target. You don't benefit from that.
She was running the whole house. Anything Fanita said, everyone did.
Does that make me running the house, or did that make y'all a bunch of followers? Because nobody else was trying to play the game. And I'm just a natural born leader, and some of the people in this group are just natural born followers. And that's what it is.
Me watching this episode felt like a group therapy session where everything went wrong. People are just yelling back and forth, and like the mediator is trying her best to mediate, but like it's not working, and like the building's on fire. Everything that can go wrong just went wrong. It does make for good television because I sat through the whole thing. All of that being said, I rate this show a 3 out of 5. I was gonna say 2.5, but I'm like, okay, that's like a fail. So I'll give it a 3. Only because I literally watched it all the way through. I was entertained, I binged it. So if you are in the mood to watch high school petty drama unfold with grown-ass adults stuck in a room that's like they're doing frat party challenges, go ahead and watch this show. That's it for today's video. Comment down below what your thoughts are if you've seen the show, or if not, tell me if you are gonna go see the show now that I've told you everything that you need to know. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.